Hey, this is Brent with Vintage Statements, and today, well, we've got a nice piece of live edge wood that we're going to turn into Arizona signs. So follow along as we turn quite a few air signs out with just one board. Alright, step one is to cut out your Arizona sign that you prefer in size. Make sure it fits the board width and lengthwise. And then what we're going to do is we're going to determine how much of a border we want around the Arizona sign. Here we've determined it was going to be 12.5 inches from top to bottom of the stake, which means we can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 signs out of this piece of board using our straight edge. What we'll do is we'll cut these, and then what we'll do is clean up this side, since this board has a little bit of a bow in it, and make them a little more true, and then we can start sanding and, well, taking it to the steps after that. So let's get set up to cut these out. Alright, we got our safety glasses and we've got our skill saw out. Simple, easy project, so we're not going to break out the big tools for this. We're just going to start at one end, true up one end, and start cutting at every 12.5 inches all the way down the board. Alright, we have our sanding machine up and ready. We have it hooked to our vacuum. We've got all our boards cut. Now what we're going to do is just a vintage sand, get rid of some of the roughness off of it, and from there we can move to the next step of drawing out the Arizona signs on them. But this should take us a while, so let's get beginning. Alright, so we take our pattern and we put it on here, wiggle it out, and we're going to trace it out. So it'll end up looking like that, which is pretty easy. Now it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to make these vintage, so we're going to paint them and then we're going to scuff them up a little bit. And so these exact marks might get scuffed up, giving you room for error. So that's what we like. So let's get this last one done. Alright, up next what we're going to do is lay a little heart here, and then we'll draw that out so we'll know what that we're going to paint on the outside and where on the inside. And then from there, once we've painted it, we can start scuffing it up. So let's get the final hearts on here. Alright, for this step, we've got our paint. Today we're going to use Swiss Coffee White. Got all of them marked out, so all we're going to use is 2 of our brushes here. Got a small one and a little bit thicker. Should be able to do the outside pretty easily, and then our heart, and then we'll just do that 6 times. So, let's begin before it gets too hot out here. Alright, they have dried, and now we're going to scuff them up to match this roughness here with, looks like we got what, 100 grit, and this is 120 grit. This leftover sandpaper makes it really easy here. We're just going to scuff down and around, do the heart, and then we'll move on to the last step of sealing these. So, let's begin. Alright, we're going to use Butcher Block conditioner to seal these off. I like the final look of them. So, wipe some on, wipe it off, make sure it's dry, and then we've got some nice signs completed. Alright, 6 signs completed, all in a Swiss coffee white. I think they came out pretty nice. So, we'll sell these. Well, maybe we'll only sell 5, I better keep one for my wife. So if you like this and many of our other projects, like us on Facebook and Instagram, give us a thumbs up, maybe a comment, and we'll post these up for sale.